Feng Shaofeng's digestion tracts are loaded with laments. Bowing and asking Zhao Liying to remarry and have a little girl, startlingly she set 2 expectations. Feng Shaofeng has been on prearranged meetups since his separation, however each prearranged meetup is incomparable to one, not on par with Zhao Liying. Presently he thinks twice about it definitely and asks Zhao Liying to remarry and needs to have one more little girl with her. Zhao Liying doesn't dismiss get together, predominantly in light of the fact that she cherishes her child to an extreme, and the partition lasting through the year makes her exceptionally excruciating. As to Shaofeng's solicitation, Zhao Liying said, it's okay to reunite, however she won't have a subsequent kid, and she won't live with her parents-in-law. Toward the start, the two isolated on account of the contention between mother by marriage and girl in regulation and the issue of the subsequent youngster. Zhao Liying won't rehash similar missteps. Presently the compound is simply to give his child a total home. For Zhao Liying, her child and vocation are the most significant. After the separation, Zhao Liying dealt with her vocation and herself quite well. She is as yet thin subsequent to becoming a mother, with a smooth figure and beguiling bends. Many individuals asked her for counsel. Zhao Liying shared her involvement with her Weibo. No big surprise she is so gorgeous subsequent to having a child. Numerous netizens support Zhao Liying and Feng Shaofeng's gathering. All things considered, the couple are as yet unchanged as the first life partner, the two actually have a relationship establishment. Instead of remarrying, it is smarter to rejoin and give the youngster a total home. Do you uphold their get-together? Great ancestors, Zhao Liying and Feng Shaofeng, each with goals, favor one another. The current year's big name as family and Zhao complaints and deplorances have effectively showed up on the hot ventures ordinarily, and the ubiquity is near the Football World Cup held at regular intervals. The most recent news on the 19th is that Wang Xiaofei countersued large S, and the media announced that he needed to pay 50 million. On the off chance that it is valid, the plot is endlessly turned around, and it is challenging to decide whether it is valid or misleading. In media outlets, there are many separated from couples. At the point when they become hopelessly enamored, the feelings are no different either way. It is a trial of insight to have the option to manage this old love's great end during divorce. Zhao Liying and her ex-sibling Feng Shaofeng took care of it well. After the separation, the youngsters lived with their dad, and their security was all around safeguarded. During the separation, Feng Shaofeng once posted, "The days are long, the past is great, and I trust the future will be better." Zhao Liying likewise posted through the studio that the justification for their separation is that they have not so much work but rather more division. Ying Bao likewise went from being depleted when she was raising her child to getting back to the screen. Her works went from satisfaction to large number of families to mind-blowing Penelia, which completely filled the fans' assumptions. Among them, Zhao Liying's new show The Breeze Blows Penelia was extremely well known after it was communicated, with a score of 8.4 on Dublin. It merits watching. The play is adjusted from Anne's book I Can't Bite the Dust, and the screenwriter has changed a ton this time. It mostly recounts the narrative of the champion Su Bangsha and her companions beginning from gathering scraps to the primary treasure during the 1990s, opening a steel production line bit by bit, and beginning a business to become rich. The first creator Anne's past works Tribute to Happiness, Daejiang Day and Everything is Great are exceptionally well known, and one might say that they have established a decent starting point for evaluations. Assuming it is said that Zhao Liying has a decent standing in show, and her acting abilities are persuading, it is most certainly unimaginable. She is still quite far from the show. Allow me to discuss 2 subtleties. In the principal episode, she told her accomplice Chen Yuliu and the new colleague Tong Xiaoqi that the neighborhood steel factory has a group of waste pieces. From this detail, it tends to be seen that Zhao Liying's acting abilities are not quite as astounding as in the legend. Zhao Liying's discourse speed was exceptionally consistent when she talked her lines, and there was no bliss in her eyes by any means. As a not yet accomplished monetary individual opportunity, while experiencing such something to be thankful for as a pure fantasy, she can talk smoothly and tranquilly. Her state around then was like that of the legend of Chokiao a couple of years prior. Here, she has previously polished hand-to-hand fighting and has turned into the lead trainer of Chu in the military. The facts confirm that she's focused, however she truly has relatively little ability, and assuming her change doesn't have anything to do with acting abilities, yet places her faith in styling, it will in any case make individuals in the loop look amateurish in addition to other things, simply a similar scene, and vision on the off chance that Jo Soon played it. To some degree as far as miniature articulation and disposition, it will be substantially more coordinated. The subsequent plot additionally made Zhao Liying's acting abilities generally feeble. She and Fa Xiao Chenzhao opened a waste assortment station, and she did all the messy work. Be that as it may, her significant other was untrustworthy to the marriage. Initially, she had brought in cash and joyfully purchased new garments for him. However, when she returned home, she discovered her significant other cheating at home. She battled with her significant other like insane, and had not showed up on her temple. The cosmetics craftsman is great. Right now, Tong Xiaoqi, who sent her ground floor, heard the clamor and went up to watch, and aided her show her significant other a thing or two, yet unintentionally kicked him in the fundamental part. Everybody was shocked and dazed. Right now, Zhao Liying's presentation was still in a surprise. Based on her eyes and looks, she was moderately quiet. There was no waiting warmth of outrage, no trouble of being beaten, and no scared eyes. You know, the master was excited with the cash she made by selling scraps. She even assisted Tong Xiaoqi with great deeds. Then, at that point, convoluted and purchased new garments for her better half, and brought them back home with sincere goals. However, she was deceived, miserable and irate. Presently another companion incidentally harmed her significant other in light of the fact that she helped her out, and she didn't have the foggiest idea about the degree of the injury. Everything, similar to an exciting ride, unexpectedly fell on the courageous woman Bangsha. However, Zhao Liying neglected to show a feeling of order. All things considered, assuming Maggie Chun or Zhou Sun were to act, it would be totally difficult to be so plain. Certain individuals might contradict this assertion. However, some netizens said that Zhao Liying and Wang Jinsong, the entertainer who played her dad, played inverse scenes, and clearly she was unable to deal with the scene. As a little crowd who likes Zhao Liying, the child can see her diligent effort throughout the long term, yet he would rather not shut his eyes in recognition her acting abilities. Frankly, she has worked on contrasted with himself, and she is still far away from Fengshan. Then again, Zhao Liying's ex, Feng Shaofeng, performed well in the current year's hit show Heart Home, and his new nursery rhyme accomplice A Couple have not been looked at, and won the crowd's certification. Yet, Feng Shaofeng's capacity to take on the job is disheartening. He has an intense appearance and a feeling of changes. He doesn't match Peng Xiaoran in the never-ending system. Besides the fact that he has pretty much no clue of CP, however he seems to be her subsequent uncle. On the off chance that there is an enormous age distinction between the two heroes, the lacks must be made up somewhere else. It's a pity that the old mannequin show the timeless cosmic system, from the plot setting to the method of influence, is all schedules, and it is clearly bringing in cash from traffic, so it isn't persuading. It must be said that Feng Shaofeng's vision for show determination is a lot more regrettable than that of his ex Zhao Liying. He assumed the part of a town lady and glad a huge number of families, and a financial specialist of the last 100 years in the breeze blows Penelia, and they all strive to make forward leaps in the determination of jobs. Notwithstanding, Feng Shaofeng has great acting abilities. As long as he keeps his eyes open while picking scripts from now on, the future can be anticipated. Zhao Liying has consistently acknowledged the show with an exclusive expectation, and I accept that in time, Ying Bao will actually want to introduce a major blast in acting. After the separation, Zhao Liying and Feng Shaofeng's adoration for their kids has not changed, their quest for vocation has not changed, and they carry on with a tranquil and satisfying life. This likewise shows their insight in dealing with significant marriage matters favor. 02. Zhao Liying's new show The Breeze Blows Penelia is broadcasting live, similarly as her ex Feng Shaofeng's The Always Splendid system begins broadcasting. The Breeze Blows Penelia is a pioneering show, yet additionally a period show. The Breeze disasters for Subangsha, yet additionally catastrophes for each business person in the general public. For over 10 days in that period, I have encountered a ton with Subangsha, meandering, achievement, collaboration, separating. Be that as it may, Zhao Liying's new show The Breeze Blows Penelia raises a ruckus around town, which corresponds with the send-off of her ex Feng Shaofeng's new show The World Ever Splendid, which gave the proofreader a revelation. It just so happens, their superstar couple are the bosses of nice separation. From birth to development, lastly to compromise, compromise with others, and compromise with yourself. Very much like the principal task in The Breeze Blows Penelia. The manager accepts that Subangsha can manage the errors she made previously and give the best outcomes. At long last, I really want to believe that she can increase her memory and face the present and the future smoothly. Subangsha can go further from now on and feel ridiculously in the correct bearing. Their respectability and serenity are clear to everybody. Yet, truth be told, there are many bits of gossip about this marriage. For instance, some netizens let it be known that Feng Shaofeng, the rich second era, is a kid of his mom, and he pays attention to his mom all over the place. What's more, his mom, when she got hitched, peered down on Zhao Liying, who was brought into the world in the open country and had low training. She felt that she was high positioning, so she didn't actually have a good wedding. At last, the supervisor wishes them all to track down their particular objections and have a decent reap and vocation in love.